Only those who watch this video until the end will receive a blessing. Before we begin, comment with faith. God is my strength. Because that declaration opens spiritual doors and activates faith in your heart. Don't close this video, because what you're about to hear can change your night. God brought you here for a reason. It's no coincidence that right before sleeping, you're hearing these words. He wants to speak to you, calm your mind, heal your heart, and remind you that you are not alone. Maybe today was a hard day. You've been carrying so much inside that it's hard to breathe. You've tried to stay strong, but deep down there's exhaustion, sadness, or that emptiness only God can fill. He knows, and that's why tonight He says to you, "My son, my daughter, do not be afraid, for I am with you." Tonight, as silence covers the world, God is near you. It doesn't matter how many times you've failed or how many tears you've shed unnoticed. God noticed. Every tear you've cried has been seen. Every thought you've had has been heard. He's been there even when you thought you were alone. In Psalm 4, verse 8, it is written, "In peace I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." That promise has not changed. Even when the night wraps around you and weariness weighs on you, God remains your peace. His presence is with you now, surrounding you with calm and strength. Because even if you cannot see the future, you can trust the one who holds it. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need faith. While many sleep, God works in silence. He's bringing order to what seemed like chaos, restoring what you thought was lost, and preparing a new dawn for you. Tonight He says to you, "Do not fear tomorrow, for I am already there." Your life is not out of control, even if everything seems to be falling apart. God has a purpose behind every trial, and nothing happens without His permission. He is shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for something your eyes haven't yet seen. You may not understand it now, but one day you'll say, "It was worth it." Every pain, every sleepless night, every prayer whispered through tears was building something eternal within you. Tonight, God invites you to rest in His promise, to let go of control, to release your fear, and to trust that He is not finished with you. Your story won't end in sadness. It will end in purpose. God's plans don't stop when you give up. They begin when you surrender everything to Him. He says, "I am your refuge when the world exhausts you, your peace when your mind won't stop, and your strength when you can't go on." So tonight, don't fight alone. Turn off the noise of your thoughts and listen to His voice. Feel God's embrace, His presence calming your fears, and His Spirit whispering, "I am here. I won't let you go." Sometimes faith doesn't mean understanding. It means resting. And tonight, God is calling you to rest in Him. While everyone sleeps, heaven leans toward you. God sees your heart, your wounds, your hidden battles. And in that silence, He whispers, "My child, this is not the end. It's only the beginning of what I'm about to do." No matter how many times you've fallen, no matter if today you felt you couldn't go on, God still believes in you, even when you stopped believing in yourself. Though the world doesn't see it, He is lifting you in secret, preparing you for something that will shine before everyone. The night is not a symbol of an ending, but of rebirth. Every time the sun sets, darkness seems to take over, but only for a while, because morning comes, and with it, His mercy is renewed. So it will be in your life. Tonight doesn't mark your defeat, but your preparation. God is restoring your strength and covering you with His love. Tonight, as you try to rest, remember this: God never stops working. even when you stop feeling him, when your strength runs out, when your faith wavers, and when silence feels deafening. That's when he moves the most. He doesn't act with noise, but with purpose. He doesn't move to impress you, but to transform you. There are nights when everything seems to have stopped. You hear no answers, see no signs, and think God has gone silent. But his silence doesn't mean his absence. It means he's working in secret. He's preparing paths, people, and circumstances you can't yet imagine. God has not forgotten you. He knows your name, your deepest thoughts, and your pain, even before you speak a word. He knows those nights when you lie down with a knot in your chest and unseen tears. And though the world goes on, God looks at you with tenderness, patience, and love. He sees your battles, the ones no one suspects you're fighting. He sees when you smile on the outside, but are breaking inside. He sees when you help others, while you yourself are falling apart. And still, he doesn't judge you. He embraces you. Because God doesn't seek perfection, he seeks your heart. Tonight, while the world sleeps, the Holy Spirit surrounds you. He's knocking on the doors of your soul to heal wounds you thought were closed, to remind you of promises you've forgotten, dreams you've buried, and prayers you thought he never heard. But he did. God forgets no prayer. He just answers in the right time. There are things he didn't give you before because they would have harmed you. There are doors he didn't open because what was behind them wasn't for you. And there are paths he closed because there's a better one you weren't yet ready to walk. That's why tonight he says, trust me, even when you don't understand, I'm doing something new. Your heart has been tested, your faith measured, and though you feel weak, you're stronger than before, not by your strength, but by his. God has used your trials to teach you to depend on him. Every tear you've shed has watered your purpose. There are wounds healing without your notice, chains breaking without your awareness, and a new season about to begin. God is moving, even right now. Remember, you won't always see immediate results. Faith isn't measured by what you see, but by what you believe, even when you see nothing. Sometimes, the greatest act of faith is to keep praying when nothing seems to happen. And that's what you've been doing. Your perseverance is being seen in heaven. The enemy wants you to believe nothing will change. But tonight, God says, what seems stuck will begin to flow. What seemed dead will come back to life. What seemed impossible will become a testimony. Because in darkness, I form miracles. While you think it's over, I'm just beginning. In Isaiah 43:19, it says, see, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. That word is for you. Tonight, God is opening paths where there seemed to be no way. He's turning your desert into a river of hope. And when morning comes, you will not be the same, because while you slept, God was working in you. Close your eyes tonight with the certainty that heaven is working in your favor. Even if you see nothing, even if you hear nothing, God is doing something. He doesn't sleep, he doesn't rest, he doesn't forget. And tomorrow, when you open your eyes, a new peace will surround you. Do not fear what's coming. Fear instead not trusting the one who's already there. Because when you trust, you rest. And when you rest in God, everything begins to align. He doesn't make mistakes. He's never late, and he never forgets. Tonight, in the silence, he is weaving your victory. As the world grows quiet and thoughts try to shout in your mind, God says, do not fear the silence, for in it I speak most clearly. Many confuse God's silence with his absence, but those with spiritual ears know his sweetest, deepest, truest voice is found in the quiet. There are nights when your soul doesn't want to hear anything, when weariness weighs more than hope. And yet, even then, when you have no strength to pray, God hears you. Your tired breathing is a prayer. Your stifled sigh reaches heaven. You don't need words to touch God's heart, only sincerity. He's not looking for perfect phrases. He's looking for surrendered hearts. And tonight, He's looking at yours. He sees your fears, your doubts, your confusion, and still, He loves you the same. He loves you in your weakness, in your guilt, in your humanity, because His love doesn't depend on your perfection, but on His promise. Remember Psalm 103, verse 13. As a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear Him. God doesn't judge you for your falls. He bends down to lift you up. He doesn't look at you with anger, but with tenderness, because He made you, knows you, and sees how many times you've tried to be strong. Even if the world doesn't understand your process, He does. Many have judged your life without knowing your battles. They've pointed fingers without knowing what you've endured in silence. But God says, I saw it all, and I will defend you. He's seen every injustice, every hurtful word, every betrayal you kept quiet. Though time may have passed, heaven hasn't forgotten. God is just, and when He moves, He does so at the perfect moment. Maybe tonight you're praying for something that hasn't arrived. An answer, a healing, a reconciliation, a sign, and you feel God is silent. But hear this. God's silence doesn't mean He's not acting. It means He's preparing something too great to be interrupted. Every minute of this